Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about, sorry, this is a super sensitive topic for me, but today we're going to be talking about my postpartum depression story. The reason why I'm doing this is because I know a lot of moms that have their baby and they go through it, and sometimes it's hard for people to admit that they have it because I don't know why the world puts it out to be a bad thing. It's totally normal. It happens to not everyone. You're lucky if it doesn't happen to you. But yeah. Okay. Oh my god. So it started just one regular day. The day before I was totally fine. It was a totally normal day. I remember opening my eyes in the morning and I was just laying there. I wasn't feeling like myself. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wanted to cry. I was feeling like super sad. I've never experienced depression before, so I didn't know what was going on or what it was. So I messaged my mom and I was like, something's wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm crying. And she's like, you're probably just stressed out, you know, having your baby is stressful. I was like, yeah, maybe I am. During that time, my baby was super fuzzy because he had an infection. And I was like, okay, maybe I am just stressed. I am probably just going through a lot, whatever. The next day passed and I woke up the same way, and I remember being super mean to my baby. I wasn't like mean, like to the point where I was hurting him, but I would yell at him. I would be like, shut up, like, why are you crying? Why are you crying for no reason? I remember just looking at him and I thought he knew what I was going through. I thought he knew that I hated him. And sometimes he would smile at me and I would feel nothing. I would feel annoyed when he would smile at me. I'd feel like, why is smiling at me? I'm not in the mood. Like, talking about this now that I'm back to normal, it hurts me so much because whenever my son smiles at me, it can make a bad day go to a good day automatically. Smiles, everything. Oh, that happened, and I'm so sorry. This is really hard to talk about. I remember I called my clinic and I told them I am not feeling normal. I think I'm going through postpartum depression. And this was almost a year later, so it can hit you at any time. I called them and I was like, I feel like I'm going through postpartum. I keep crying for no reason. I keep being angry. I don't want to be around my baby. And they told me, oh, I don't have anything available, but this is not anything that can wait. You know, if you really feel like this, then you need to come in as a walk-in and talk to a doctor about what you can do. I've always been so anti medicine. I don't like medicine. My body is super sensitive when it comes to anything that to put in my body. I don't even like to take Tylenol. But at this point I was so tired of feeling the way I was feeling that I was willing to do anything. I went in my aunt Itsuri, shout out to Itsuri, she got me in to see a therapist, and I started talking to him about what I was feeling, and I'm not gonna tell you exactly what we talked about, but he told me that he thought that I've been depressed for a while, way before, you know, this depression right now. He told me that maybe just all the stress I was going through and everything else, like, overwhelmed me to the point where it broke me, and like I hit rock bottom pretty much. So yeah, I see him. I used to see him every week, and now I see him every 3 weeks because I am doing a lot better. He's helped me a lot, and I did get him on medication. I am currently on Zoloft, and I'm on the 25. It's not the best. Zoloft was really hard to start with. It was really hard to take that because it would make me get headaches, made me have bad dreams. It would make me angrier. But honestly, everyone would tell me, give it time, give it time. It's not gonna be fast. It can take up to a month to work. And I was so desperate. I was not gonna stop. I was not gonna give up on my son. I knew he needed me. I knew that he needed his mom, and no matter what I was gonna feel with the medication, I didn't care as long as it made me feel better. I didn't give up on the medication. I am currently on it. It's gonna be about 3 months now. It took about a month for me to feel better. Guys, it was bad. There's nothing I've experienced worse than that pain, that depression. Like, that shit was insane. Like, I can't even describe. Like, I've never been more, like, as soon as I started to feel better, I've never been so thankful for life. Like, life is so beautiful and we take it for granted every single day. I would look at the mountains driving towards the curves in Escondido, and I would be like, wow, like, that's insane. But when I was depressed, I would look at those mountains and I would just imagine myself jumping off every time. And it's not me that I wanted to do that. It was literally my hormones were like out of whack. They were just insane. I've never been suicidal ever. So the fact that I was thinking that way, it was scary. I was scared for my life for like a week straight. Like, it was so insane. I remember one time my baby was crying, and I remember that my mom used to tell me, dude, like, you can't rock him to sleep every time. Lo vas a mal acostumbrar. And for those who don't know Spanish, it means you're gonna get him used to doing that all the time. That's the only way he's gonna be able to sleep. And I was just like, oh my god, like, I know, but like, his crying is too much and I can't deal with it. I'd rather just get him to sleep and that's it, you know. Sorry. So there was a day where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I left my baby on my bed and I was just like, dude, you're gonna have to cry it out. I don't have the motivation. I don't have the energy. I can't do this. He was crying. I was crying. And then he fell asleep. Like, literally fell asleep within minutes. And I would struggle to put him to sleep for fucking maybe sometimes even hours, dude. Like, I would just rock him. He would scratch me. He would hit me, like, because he didn't want to be rocked. And me thinking he wanted to be rocked the whole time to go to sleep. But no, he wanted his freaking space. He wanted to be left alone. He wanted to soothe himself. And I'm just so pissed that I went through all those hard times trying to put him to sleep when in reality he can put himself to sleep. After that day, I let him sleep on his own. Like, as soon as I saw he was tired, I just put him on the bed and he would sleep on his own. And that took so much stress off my back. Like, I can't even explain how much stress. Whatever, that day happened and the day I was telling you guys where I was like, he was crying so much, I went outside and I literally sat down next to my boyfriend and I started crying. Like, I've never cried before. Like, I've never cried that crazy before. I couldn't breathe. That's how much I was crying. And I remember he just held me and like asked what was wrong, and I told him that I was tired, and he's like, what do you mean? He's like, are you tired of being a mom? And I was like, no, I love my baby so much, but I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I was trying to tell him I didn't want to live anymore. I don't know exactly what I was trying to say, but I was just telling him I was tired. I was so tired. And he was just like, he didn't even know what to say. He just hugged me and told me everything was gonna be okay. And telling him that took so much out of me, because I felt like he was gonna judge me. I felt like he was gonna think that I didn't want to be like Julian's mom anymore. And he did ask me, do you not love Julian? And I was like, I do love Julian, you just don't understand. Like, I don't understand what's happening to me. Like, of course I love Julian. And he was confused. He was like shocked. And it's really hard to talk about this, because to men, a mom shouldn't feel that way about their child. Like, I don't think they understand. But just talking to him about that was really hard. But I'm glad he understood. And I mean, it was hard for him to understand, because till this day I have my days where I wake up and I'm still depressed, but I have way more good days than bad days. He is a really good boyfriend. He understands, and he tries to help me as much as possible. I know it's hard because he works, but babe, if you're watching this, I know that I don't show enough how much I appreciate you, but I really do. Not everyone would stand by my side, stand by their partner's side through this, and I appreciate you a lot. And everyone else, even my mom, was there for me. She oh my god, I hate talking about this. When I was going through that, she took my baby for like a week, and I didn't even want to see him. Literally, I didn't want to see him. My mom would be like, come see your baby, he wants to see you, he needs you. And I didn't want to go. Just thinking about my baby put me in a bad mood. I would be like, oh, here we go again, he's gonna freaking cry all day. It's just crazy, man, because right now I feel nothing like that. I look at my baby and it just makes my heart warm. It makes me happy. He makes me happy. His smile is everything. I love that kid. But it happens, man. It happens to us girls. You know, we don't have any power over that. And I just want to say, if you're going through anything like this, please talk to someone, because it's really fucking scary, man. Like, I was scared for my life, and if I wouldn't have talked to anyone, I swear to God, I don't know where I would be right now, because it's a really powerful thing to go through. Your body literally reacts on its own. You have no mind. Like, your mind takes over the way you think, the way you act. But yeah, please talk to someone, and just know you guys are not alone. And I know a lot of people say that Mexicans don't believe in postpartum depression, and that's bullshit, because they should, you know. And my mom's like, we never had anything like that. We never went to doctors after we had our baby. No like diabetes, nothing like that was ever a thing for us, you know. So we took our babies home, we changed them, we fed them, we did what we had to do. And if we were sad, we just would put up with it. We thought it was just something that happens, you know. And thank God my mom never went through it, but nowadays it's not that rare. Like, it happens to a lot of freaking moms. It's crazy. So if you're depressed now, if you're pregnant, depressed, please get help. And I'm not saying to get on medication, nothing like that, but for me it helped a lot. There's other choices. There's therapy. There's, I don't know if you guys are oh my god, I don't know if you guys are how do you say it? Like, you guys are against marijuana, but there's CBD oil, which is supposed to do the same as medication. So I wish I would have tried that, but I already have anxiety, and I was like, I'm not putting anything like that in my system. I know, I'm crazy. I know it wouldn't get me high, but my mind would make me think that it would. So thank you for letting me share my story with you guys, and I hope that if you're going through this, that you reach out to someone. You guys can message me and talk about it. I am here to listen. I've been through it. I know what it's like, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it, because it's something that I went through. It made me realize that life is so beautiful, and my baby is so beautiful, and it made me learn to love myself and not be ashamed of what I went through, because it's normal and it was not my fault. I say a lot, but yeah, it's really late and I just couldn't get this video out of my head. I had to talk about it and I had to film it, and I hope you guys liked my video, and I'm gonna be posting more often. I told you guys I was gonna start vlogging, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and like and subscribe, and see you next time.